Tuesday, Taco Tuesday brings you the RBR Maritime Group live here on Vidane TV for race numero trace here in Season 4. Getting ready to do battle here at Southern National. Getting lined up for heat race number 1 here at the track. Couple of heat races, a last chance qualifier, and a 150 lap feature brought to you by NickNacks Performance Parts, easy enough for me to say, jumping on board with the old sponsorship here tonight. We'll get into that just a little bit later on. But showtime, Paul Strickland Jr., Mike James from Up on the Rock joining you here live from the Vidane TV production trailer, getting ready to watch a little racing action here. Mikey?
Hey, what's going on, buddy? It's time. It's Busch Light time. Ooh, baby. Little Southern National here tonight. Will Bill Martin repeat again for a back-to-back-to-back weekend here at Southern National? 3 times on the line here tonight for the big guy from Wisconsin. Will he repeat here tonight? We'll see in just a moment as we get set to go here. Man, it's going to be a wild night.
Dan Woldridge and Campbell Delaney getting ready to take the green flag from the very first starting row. You'll be able to see the other 8 drivers, other 7 drivers lined up there on the left-hand side of your screen with the Vidane TV scoring tower. Green flag in the air. You can see Dan Woldridge up on the high side already trying to make the magic happen.
Little heat race action, 10 laps on the board. Delaney taking this one, but Woolridge not far off right on that back bumper here. Applying lots of pressure, and there's Chris Roma, who was magic in race number 1 of the RBR series, but had a little mishap and did not finish the way where he wanted to be. But here we have the 56 having a charge here to the bottom. He'll go toe-to-toe, side-by-side with Delaney for the lead.
Great racing up front, still side-by-side with 8 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Woldridge down in the bottom, Delaney up on the top side, and Roma back there in the 3rd position in the 83 car. Hasn't backed up too much. He's right on the back bumper of these 2 cats, just trying to figure out which lane he wants to jump into.
Are you like kind of messed up after? Oh, here we go. Delaney's going to come around here. Roma as he saves it. The 9 still squirrely. Here comes the big bad boy, Bill Martin. He's going to come through, but they're going to wreck here. Caution coming out here on lap number 6.
Very first caution of the night. Going to pull up the U-House Racing Designs instant replay, and we'll pull up the tapes and see what happened here. And 9 car, little bit of tape ski action, and you can see the 9 car getting out of shape just a little bit. That's Campbell Delaney. You can see battling now for that 2nd position. Gets a little bit of help there from the 83 Aroma. Gets it sorted out. Tries to come back down and just kind of loses the front end of the car. Gets a little sideways action there. Spins Richard Drake around, or Rational Richard Drake around in the 141 Lakers News car, but everybody grabs gear, gets going again. Everybody pointed in the right direction. Going to get the restart here with just a couple of laps to go.
It's a giddy up time. Cross flags coming shortly here as we count them down. Oh, no, sorry. We'll have a look at this one. It's lap 4 to go here. Counting cautions here tonight. I was about to talk about the clash. Isn't it crazy to see heat races in the Cup Series? Will we see it maybe at Martinsville or some of the other short tracks?
You know, I definitely hope so, because it was really cool to see NASCAR kind of taking a tipping the cat, if you will, to tipping the cap to short track racing, kind of letting everybody know that they still remember where the roots came from. You know, NASCAR has deep roots all the way around the world, really, with short track racing. So very cool to see heat races. Very cool to see the biggest racing league of them all kind of do the heat races and stuff like that. But green flag once again already with popsicle sticks in the air. They can see Trent Woolridge pulling away in that 56 car over Roma. Has about 2 car lengths with going into 3 and 4.
The Island boy is going to try to take it home here. White rag, white silk. Final lap for Tam Woolridge, the young gun bandolero driver with the 83, Chris Roma on the tail. Final corners here as they come around. Checkers coming out for the 56, and our top 3, Chris Roma and Dave Cassidy.
Bill Martin bringing home that car back in the 4th position. Roger Down going to round out the top 5, and just like that, you can see the sun starting to set there in turns 1 and 2, getting ready to line them up again here for heat race number 2. This front row is going to see Brian Hacker in the 11 right outside with Craig Tully in the number 5.
And row number 2, Noel Fougere, as well as Caden Tufts in that 4th position in the 88.
Right in behind them, Johnny Fitzpatrick in the number 78 with Conrad Murphy holding on to the 6th position.
Bleed the field, Danny Vitch in the 29. He'll have Aaron Hipp to the outside and all the way back to the tail in the 9th spot. Derek Gates in the 19. Tuesday night, few Bush beers.
That's what it's all about. Couple of ice cold wobbly pops, couple of ice cold beers. We're drinking Corona here tonight at Vidane TV headquarters, but whatever you're drinking, Vidane TV always reminds you to drink responsibly, and we have the field rolling once again for heat race number 2 here at Southern National, the RBR Maritime Group, Season 4, with the NickNacks Performance Parts 150. NickNacks jumping on board here, sponsoring the event for the RBR Maritime Group, doing a lot of 3D printing for push-to-talk buttons, things inside the real race car, all sorts of cool stuff. So definitely check them out over on Facebook. Let them know Vidane TV sent you.
Got American in this one. That's Brian Hacker in the 111. He's been pretty magical. He's shown the 11, scoring as the 111. Hacker from, I believe, Illinois, just outside of Chicago, and a long-time iRacer from the United States, has found himself in the top 3 to P2 in race number 1, but had a mishap in race number 2 on the final lap.
8 cars taking the green flag. Derek Gates missing the call. Going to have 6 of these drivers. Oh, leader getting a little bit squirrely in that number 11 car. Going to drop all the way back to the 3rd position. Going to lose 4th as Noel Fougier tries to get down on the inside. But Johnny Fitzpatrick going to bring out the first caution in this one, pointed in the wrong direction.
Single car. Was surprised the caution had come out on that as we take a peek here as we roll the tape back.
Rolling that beautiful bean footage, and there you see the 78 loses the back end. A little bit of bumper car action, gets up into the 66 and kind of rolls off the front of his nose, and Johnny Fitzpatrick grabs a gear, gets going again, points that thing in the right direction. A little bit of damage on the front end, but still has some motor pretty strong in that one. So he's going to line up 2 by 2 with the rest of the field and going to try and see what he can do here.
Big night here at Southern National for race number 3 of the 6-pack. We are at the mid-season point for the RBR Maritime Series. It'll be wild. A couple Americans peppered through this field. We got 25 cars vying for the big row as we go 3 wide coming out of the corner here in turn 2, and they're wrecking, and that's going to be Hacker in the 11. And there's the 88. I believe that's Tanton or Caden Tufts.
We're going to have to take a look at the replay on that one for sure, but I'm pretty sure everybody in the field got a piece of that one. We're going to take a look at this one from high above the racetrack in the blimp. There you can see it. The 88 going for the lead, and it almost looks like Tully backed up just a little bit to make it 3 wide there. And the 88 losing control of that race car. Everybody reckoning behind him. Johnny Fitzpatrick coming in saying, hey, how you doing? Giving everybody a little bit of a tapski there on the back bumper. And this one's going to be interesting for the second half, Mikey. Everybody has damage, it looks like. So going to have to kind of see where everybody's at.
Well, it's a good thing they're going to get a new car for the main event. But it looks like Tully missed a shift there. So they all piled up behind them 3 wide there. A little exciting going into turn 2. So getting set here. Cross flags here under caution. 5 laps to go. Here's the caution light still on the Mustang as we get set here with 4 to go.
Lights are off on top of that iRacing Mustang pace car, lining them up 2 by 2 all the way through. Gates, the only driver not in this field currently. A couple of drivers going to park it down on pit road. Fougier, Hacker, and Heb. They're going to give it a shot in the last chance qualifier. Leaving 4 or 5 drivers out on track at this point. Green flag in the air. Conrad Murphy going to take that and run away with it. Heading on down into turn number 1, 3-4 car lengths over the side-by-side battle. How about that 78 car moving on up to the 2nd position, getting around Craig Tully for 2nd.
Yeah, Murphy in the 89 Napa machine. Looks like he'll take control of this one with 2 to go here. Popsicle sticks as they count him down the backstretch into 3 of 4. He's going to get white rag on the next S-By.
Made it look easy in that number 89 car. Black, green, and red is the color of victory. Heading on down into turns 1 and 2. Coming onto that backstretch, that car looks like it is set up like a slot car. All he has to do is nail 3 and 4, which he does. Coming out of turn number 4 to the checker, the 89. Conrad Murphy going to come home with a heat race victory. John Fitzpatrick right in behind him. Caden Tufts, Craig Tully, and Danny Vitch rounding out the top 5.
No messing around here. Going to get set for another heat race, and it's going to be Riley Duncan in the pole position with Brett Suggs to the outside.
Crazy to see Riley Duncan over 100 laps of practice here in the happy hour, about an hour and a half before the race, really trying to tune that car up and make it happen. Taylor Layton, rather, in the number 27, going to start in third on his outside, the 67 of Wade Craswell.
The other half of the Roma brothers, Travis Roma in the 38, will be on the inside of row number 3, and he'll have Johnny Byron in the 57 to the outside in P6.
Another driver with a lot of laps on practice is going to be that 93 car of Scott Neig. Is going to be starting in 7th and rounding out the field to 42. Mark Williams starting in 8th.
Giddy up. Here we go. Heat race number 3, 10 laps on the board. Southern Nationals is the qualifier here for the NickNacks 150. Southern National right here in Lucama, North Carolina. Beautiful track here. Very similar to like a Riverside or Eastbound International. Big news coming down the pipe. Lots of activities right across North America with schedules coming out for 2022. Eastbound International Speedway's schedule about to drop tonight, Paul. But big news down in New Smyrna. William Byron taking first night of the Super Lates.
Yeah, very cool to see. We got a lot of friends and fans and friends of an ANTV down there. Corey Casagrande going to be running the late model, bringing the 7CT down there, and lots of Canadian drivers down there as well. Lots of, whoa, hey, contact, 67 Craswell around. Everybody gets a little piece of the action. Yellow flag's going to fly here with 6 to go.
How's your knickknacks on that one?
Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Pull up the old instant replay on this one and see if we can find out. We saw kind of what happened there. Brett Suggs getting running away with it just a little bit in that pink car, but here's the wreck incident, and we'll take a peek here from the U-House Racing Designs instant replay, and you can see there's a couple of drivers going for the same piece of real estate, and something almost looks like it broke on that 27 car late, and you can see getting up into Craswell in the 67, getting down in there to the stink barrels, knocking the cone all the way down, trying to play a little bit of catch, and you can see the track staff already has that cone lined right back up. How about that? How about that for service?
How about that? Crack another Busch beer here. 4/10 of a mile, 17-degree bank in here at Southern National. A beautiful little track, man. Not too often you see 4/10. What is that? 2/5.
4/10, 2/5, almost a half mile. Just shy of it.
Yeah, just off by a tenth.
But a pretty cool track indeed. Kind of similar to Stafford Motor Speedway, just a little bit. Stafford, different corners on either end, though. Kind of cool to learn that tidbit after going to the track for 10 years, learning about that doing iRacing broadcasting. But there you go, green flag in the air, 5 laps to go. Brett Suggs pulling away just a little bit. Roma tucked in behind the 93 car, losing the back end. How about Scott Negus pointed in the wrong direction? Toco Electric on the hood of that car. Going to gather it back up, though. Still clean, still green. Brett Suggs crossing the stripe, 4 laps to go.
Really sucks for Scott Negus, who logged quite a few practice laps here tonight. I was expecting some big moves from him, but we'll see him a little bit later in last chance qualifiers. We knocked this one down to 3 to go here with Brett Suggs and Suggs Marketing out front in the 33 machine, being chased by Travis Roma, William Byron, Johnny Byron, and Williams.
2 to go here at Southern National for another heat race. Brett Suggs pulling away 0.6 of a second over Roma. Byron back there in 3rd, and Williams 4th, Craswell 5th. Everybody kind of spread out on this one, using it as almost like a final practice. But Brett Suggs going to head on down to 3 and 4 for the final time in this heat race and take himself another checkered flag here in the RBR Maritime Group season number 4. A little bit loose off of turn 4, but holds on to it for the heat race victory.
Seen a lot of top 3s from Brett Suggs of recent. The last couple of months have not seen him take the checkered flag in any of the broadcasts as he does a slide job, little drift move around turn 3 and 4 down pit road. The cat got some mad moves. We'll see what he has for us in the main event as we set the warm-up. I guess everybody's making the show here tonight. No LCQs.
Yeah, no LCQs here, so we get ourselves a little 60-second final warm-up, final time for these drivers to get out on track and see what all they've got before we do battle for 150 laps here. NickNacks Performance Parts jumping on board as the sponsorship here tonight, and that's a company put together by Nick Noggle, up, and they do a lot of the just kind of checking out their Facebook page here, facebook.com. Do a quick search for NickNacks Performance Parts, and lots of neat stuff. Lots of button boxes and push-to-talk buttons. A lot of 3D printing stuff that can get worked in with sim racing, real racing, and kind of put into the car. And as anybody that makes manufactures their own tools and tidbits and knickknacks just like that, not just a clever name. There's a lot of different planning that can go into it. So if you're looking for something specific and you want a group that can help you out, definitely check out NickNacks Performance Parts over on Facebook, and they'll be able to hook you up. They'll be able to get whatever you've got up in your headpiece down onto paper and then into an actual product. And that's kind of the glory with 3D printing for sure. But that's going to wrap things up for warm-up. 150 laps there on the docket, Mikey. We're getting ready to go green flag racing here at Southern National.
Getting a little stoked here as 150 big one's going to be here at Southern National. We've seen Bill Martin dominate this series, new to this RBR series, first timer for 2022. Suggs been there looking on the outside, looking in. So let's get set here and see who comes home with the big win here tonight.
About the Young Bando Star up on the pole once again. The 56 car of Tanton Woldridge going to start P1 with Conrad Murphy in the 89 car starting outside.
And there's the man in the 33, Brett Suggs from North Carolina. He'll take that inside of row number 2 with Chris Roma in the 83 to the outside.
A solid P2 finish and a good recovery in the heat race is going to put Johnny Fitzpatrick in a top 5 starting spot. He's going to start 5th with Travis Roma on the outside starting 6th.
And in row 4 on the inside, my boy Blue, the 13, Dave Cassidy from Canada. We'll have Caden Tufts to the outside from Nova Scotia in the 88.
John Byron in the 57 car going to start 9th, and the two-time winner so far, Bill Barton in the 39 car going to round out the top 10. Craig Tully going to start there in 11th, Mark Williams in 12th, and there you see the rest of the starting grid. 26 cars making the call here tonight to do battle for 150 laps for the NickNacks 150 here at Southern National. Halfway through this six-pack, 3 more to go after this, and we're still looking for sponsors for some of these races here with the RBR Maritime Group. The racing's been so fantastic over the past couple of Tuesday nights. We've been giving up our Taco Tuesdays to make sure we bring this action to you live right here on Vidane TV. Green flag in the air for Tanton Woldridge, and the 56 going to pull away just a little bit, but how about that 89 car of Conrad Murphy trying to make it high, wide, and handsome early here in the 89.
Digging this 2-wide freight train right around Southern National here as it looks like the 68 Murphy, or the 89 of Murphy, trying to sneak in, but he's on the outside. But we're going to have a caution here on lap number 2, so that's going to save a lot of positions for that 89 of Conrad Murphy that got stuck to the outside. Roll the tape back, my friend.
Caution flag number 1 flies again. We're going to take a look right off the start. It showed the race notes that John Byron had a piece of it, but he had a good view of it. And there you can see it was the 93 car getting put in out of shape a little bit there. There you can see right in front of Irrational Richard Drake in the 141 car. But we'll take a look at the replay. Here you see it. They head on down, and there's a little bit of a push there into the back of the 93 car. He backs it into the fence up high. Couple of drivers playing a little bit of bumper cars, but everybody gets it pointed in the right direction. Not enough damage to get the cars to stop. Still rolling here on lap number 2 here in the NickNacks 150.
Yeah, Nick has got to be frustrated. As I said earlier, logging a lot of practice laps there, throwing out some good lap times, and unfortunately will take up a bit of damage on that caution. So try to get back in formation. I know they can head down pit road and do some damage repairs. He has not opted to go down just yet. As we get set here, 5 laps completed here on the caution. Light still on that Mustang as they get set here. Woolridge will have the hammer on this restart. Brett Suggs to the outside. Keep an eye on Conrad Murphy. He's going to be on the inside this time. In row number 3, he did get jammed to the outside and was about to go way back down as that freight train on the inside had it blocked out there. But that caution kind of saved Conrad Murphy quite a few spots here. See what he has for us from that machine on the inside of row number 2.
Lining them up 2 by 2, and the lights are off in the iRacing Mustang pace car. 24 cars still on the lead lap. Check that. 25. Noel Fougere was able to get out in front of the pace car. Derek Gates missing the white flag earlier on, having some connection issues potentially. But green flag again here on lap number 7, side by side. Tan Woolridge down the bottom. New second place car. Brett Suggs on the high side, all the way up on the high side. Gives that wall just a little bit of a kiss. Sparks start to fly, and he falls into the tire tracks behind the 56.
Yeah, Johnny Fitzpatrick trying to muscle his way down to the bottom here. He finally gets there in front of Murphy. He'll take over that P3 as they start to single file the top 4. Still side by side, that's Cassidy and Roma, as well as Travis Roma and the 88 machine. That is, I believe, Caden Tufts as they battle side by side.
Caden Tufts hanging Tufts on the outside. That 88 car, one of the best looking paint schemes I've seen on a late model in iRacing in a very long time. Beautiful black and white with the blue chrome effect there. But don't look now. Bill Martin trying to make a show out of it. Wants to finish off this third race and finish it up in victory lane like he's done the past 2 races here in that 39 car. So far looking good. Moving up actually right where he qualified in that 7th spot. Doing a little side-by-side action, holding on to that position with Dave Cassidy up on the high side.
Yeah, Cassidy on the outside. Martin with the advantage now. Looking for a couple extra spots every couple of laps here. Picking up 3 since the start. He's going to be one to watch. You know, he was new to us. There's a lot of contact there with the 13. Slide job as he tries to save it, but that's going to get him into the 2 of Ashton Tucker. Caution coming out. Bill Payne is not what he was looking for.
Man, oh man, big time damage on the right. Check that left front of the 2 car. But as we back up the instant replay, it looks like we might have already had damage on that 2 car. But we'll take a peek here as we see the 39 car. No contact. It doesn't look like there's a little bit of contact between he and Cassidy. Almost has the drift save. Overcorrects just a little bit. Goes up towards the outside wall. And there you see Ashton Tucker nowhere to go at that point. Rest of the field comes on by. A couple of damaged cars already in the back of the pack here early on, and this one here at Southern National, but that's going to be a tough row to hoe for Bill Martin. He's going to have to restart towards the back of this pack.
Couple takers on pit road. Johnny Byron and then Noel Fougere heading down pit road, getting some service here, as well as Ashton Tucker. He's going to take the time here. He's going to drop from 13th all the way to the tail here. Assessing some of that damage that he had taken here in the last caution as well.
Yeah, going to drop back towards the end of the line here on lap number 15. Still a long ways to go in this one. 150 on the docket for the evening, and you'll be able to see that John Byron, Noel Fougere, Ashton Tucker, all able to come off pit road here on the lead lap, able to get out in front of that pace car and the leaders. They're going to hold on to it, and they're going to keep working those cars with the virtual hammers and the virtual sheet metal here throughout this one. Lots of times to get the dents worked out and the kinks worked out as well. But going to get the restart here on lap number 17 when we start the stripe, or when we cross the stripe. Tan Woolridge in the 56 car. Down in the bottom, the 33, Brett Suggs up on the high side. Green flag, one Mogan here at Southern National.
Going to be a great night as we get set here. 17 completed as Woolridge cuts off Brett Suggs. That run on the top side, he's working it here. Spotter obviously giving some details to the 56 of Tam Woolridge. The young gun throwing a lot of real estate here at the beginning of this race.
A double-wide freight train. You called it earlier, and these drivers know exactly how to get around this racetrack. One of those drivers working his way up towards the front rather quickly is going to be that 78 car of John Fitzpatrick. The little Dale Sr. throwback scheme on the number 78 car. Very cool to see the good wrench colors on a late model. It's always good to see the good wrench colors on just about anything. You could probably put it on a short bus and it'd be cool to see. But John Fitzpatrick really making that 78 car work for him. Great recovery after a wreck in the heat race to get himself a good qualifying spot up in the top 5, and he's making it work for him up to P2 in the 78 car.
33 using up a bit of that tires on the outside there now. Quite a few laps now, struggling on the outside to drop to the bottom now as he battles with Chris Roma in the 83. Being on that outside probably is not friendly to the tires. I know at eastbound some of our drivers who try to hang out a little bit too long, kind of burn up the tires just a bit, and sometimes you see a tire go down, but obviously you don't want to wear up too much of your gear here early on with 23 to go. Suggs finally drops to the bottom here.
getting it sorted out here. You can see a little bit of conveyor belt action all the way around this racetrack. These drivers know they've got a long way to go to the end of the race, and they got to do a little bit of homework at this point, kind of see how the car is going to react on a longer run, see where everybody else is on track, and try and see how they can get around the drivers that are in front of them, see where they're slower, see where they're faster, maybe change up the line just a little bit as we work at lap number 25 here. 125 laps to go here at Southern National.
Yeah, easy going as they all go single file now. Johnny Fitzpatrick looking great here tonight. Two Island boys in front. Well, I think Johnny's not a boy anymore.
He's an island man, island gentleman. I like it. I'm going to write that one down. That's going in the T-shirt shop.
Island gentleman. Two Islanders out front from Prince Edward Island. Great to see Johnny Fitzpatrick showing good form here in race number 3 of the RBR series. It's been a while since we've seen some magic coming out of that 78 machine, but he looks pretty good here as Chris Roma applies lots of pressure to the back. Suggs just kind of creeping in there, watching it all come down. It's so unbelievable how often we see that 33 in the top 3 and within striking distance of a win. So he's definitely due for one here tonight. Suggs going to be a man on the move as we get through here. 29 completed. It's all Tatum Woolridge to the front.
Woolridge, Fitzpatrick, Roma, Suggs, and Roma, the top 5 right now. Murphy, Cassidy, Tufts, Tully, and Hacker, the top 10. There you can see it on the Bedane TV scoring tower. 25 drivers still on the lead lap. Gates not making the call at the drop of the green flag, still hanging out in the garage area. Probably got stuck in the food line looking for a pulled pork sandwich.
Oh, track food is always the best. Like Stanford, what is the go-to food item at Stanford?
Oh, I don't know what anybody else eats, but I'm all about the pulled pork sandwiches, and that's only if Stacy Macia doesn't bring any snacks to the racetrack. The car owner, so to speak, and sponsor and crew girl of her husband's race car, the 37 Street Stock, phenomenal cook. It's always fun to help out carrying the crock pots inside the track area because we know we're going to be eating good at the racetrack. But caution flies here on lap number 33. Third caution here of the night. Looks like Scott Negus in the 93 car has some troubles right in front of the leaders. Zeus Marimba. Everybody walks away okay, but yeah, knocking over some knickknacks on that one for sure.
Hold your knickknacks. You are right, though. There is two kind of foods. There's pit food, and there's also the grandstand food. But some wild stuff happening in the pits at most speedways.
Oh, 100%. There you can see a little on the wobblies. All right, losing the back end of that 93 car. And
pops.
Yeah, and this is a tough spot to be in. Backs into the racing groove. There's the leaders.
Leaders were just like, let's check this up.
Yeah, we'll stay here for sure.
One team in particular on pit road at Eastbound, they make a mean moose jerky.
That actually sounds pretty good.
I know, and sometimes when Tim comes down here to the Rock to do some announcing duties, he kind of disappears as he's gnawing on that moose jerky. So. But lots of good eats at all speedways. It's funny. Each one has a bit of a character item.
Yeah, and it's always cool too. Matt Vassar actually bought a go-kart off of him. He's a cousin of. This is going to go in the way back a little bit, but he's a longtime sim racer, and he's actually the cousin of Gary Spinato Jr., who is the owner of Run a Race Car, the team that I work for and have been working for the past 15 years now at Stafford Motor Speedway. He used to run an SK modified that was owned by John Hummel of Hummel Hot Dogs. And every single Friday night, they would bring in the biggest case of Hummel Hot Dogs that you could possibly ever buy. Footlongs. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did them up in the crock pot, and we'd line up the pit carts getting ready to go out into the center field to crew the late models that we've got, the 39 late model driven by Paul Verricchio Jr., and there'd be Matt. He'd be flagging me in. Come on, fatty, come on, go get a hot dog. He's like, no, I'm good. He's like, come on, you know you want one. So I'd go and grab 2 or 3 hot dogs and bring them out into pit lane with me. Green flag flies, lap 39. Here we go.
Hot dogs and racing. It's funny, the France family were down when we announced our home track racing here in Newfoundland. They had hot dogs down there. I was like, wow, big hospitality catering here. And I was told that the Friends family will always have hot dogs at races. So big part of racing across America and as well as Canada. So we're a big fan of the Shopsies footlong. So we'll see what happens in this one here as we get set here. 41 completed. Tam Woolridge holding off one of his friends, Johnny Fitzpatrick. Still holding that P2.
Lots of action all the way around this racetrack. Usually about 4 or 5 laps into the run, we'll hold on to the side-by-side action before the drivers start to think better of it and single file it back up. But there you see the front 5 getting away single file. The first side-by-side battle between Cassidy and Murphy in the 13 and the 89 car. And they got Tully and Tufts right in behind them and a couple more cars right in behind them. And a little sideways action back there. I believe that was Roger Down. Looks like he held on to it. Great save out of the down camp, but the caution flag's still going to fly here. Carson Alb in the 11 car pointed in the wrong direction. Looks like he might lose a lap here.
Don't look now. Bill Martin has made it to the halfway of the field. Now find himself in 13th position.
One of the more seasoned veterans, I guess we could say, in the sim racing world. Been around for a long time, Bill Martin. And
1992.
That's a long time to be doing this sim racing deal. But take a look at the 11 car. Going to be pointed in the wrong direction. He gets a little bit of a nudge there from the 66 car. Almost has it sorted out. And you can see there's the 67 car pointed the wrong way. Wade Craswell.
Came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And it looks like Carson may have been slowing up because he saw that action happening there. There's the incident. Fougere in behind. There's Duncan in the 97. Shoots on down low. There's the initial contact. Oh, how about that driving by Fougere? Little taps of it, but and there's the other incident there, the 66. Ay. Lots of damaged race cars throughout that one.
Lots of paint being exchanged on that vehicle here. Fourth caution of the evening as we get close to that 1/3 mark. 46 completed here. Any bets here tonight? Tam Woolridge looking sharp here. I'm always excited when I see him up front.
John Fitzpatrick in that 78 car. As you see the 93 going on around. Nega's going to be the lucky dog this time around. And Brett Suggs back there in 3rd, still holding on to that top 5 spot. Chris Roma, Travis Roma, 4th and 5th.
Let's get some chatter on the social feeds. Who are you going for here tonight? But better, who are you going for this Sunday at the Daytona 500? Big news this week. The Biffster coming out of retirement. Greg Biffle going to be there on Sunday.
Going to be a lot of fun to check out the Biff at Daytona. Got himself a little taste of the action with the SRX series. Got to see him race live at Stafford Motor Speedway, and that was a lot of fun. And Biff said, you know what, that was a lot of fun. Let's get back into a race car. So
I think Tony pushed him a little.
Just a little bit of a nudge. But that's always cool to see. Here we go, Woolridge, Fitzpatrick up on the front row. Roma and Suggs in the 2nd row. And side by side all the way through the field as we get closer and closer to lap 50. 100 laps to go when we cross the stripe.
You know, you hear a lot of time in the industry that, you know, these 30, 40-year-old drivers, they're just too old. They can't make it to the big show. But you know, you got fellas like DJ Kennington who's been out there for decades and, you know, making it to the Daytona 500 just a couple of years ago. I still think some of these old guys got a lot of talent still left in them compared to some of these young guns.
And now's the time to get into it, too, especially with the new car coming out. Everything is pretty much stock again as we get a change for the lead. Fitzpatrick up to the point in the 78. Woolridge back to 2nd in the 56. But all the Cup cars now lined up. Everything should be maybe not identical, but pretty close to it. So that's going to be a lot of fun being able to kind of put it back into the driver's hands here. It looks like a major stack up. A couple of cars pointed in the wrong direction. Caution flag going to fly for Roger Down in the 21 car. Looks like he gets it sorted back out, but gives us a little bit of an opportunity to pull up that U-House Racing Designs instant replay. Looking like a little bit. Oh, what is that from? That's Wayne's World. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Up there you see a little bit of a helping hand from the 39 car. Gets into the back bumper, just a little bit of the 21, sends him on around into the stink barrels. No.
Oh, Bill Martin trying to come up through the field. I don't know if they're going to penalize him on that.
There you see the 66 car getting a piece of the action as well. Wanted to make sure you got a little TV time here on Vidane TV, and we want to thank everybody out there for tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you're streaming the Vidane TV. We're on the YouTube app. We're all over the place. Be able to pull us up on the big screen in the shop, the bedroom, the living room. Heck, if you're at a bar, they got a smart TV. The bed, yeah, sure. Yeah, people watch us in the bedroom all the time, right? Hey, if you're hanging out at a bar right now and you're watching on the phone,
I don't know if my wife's gonna like this.
That's fine. We're going streaking after.
Well, it was a good thing NickNacks came up because I was going to sponsor this event.
100%, and there's still some sponsorship opportunities to go here. 3 more races after this one. We know definitely one, the finale sponsored by Toco Electric, jumping on board, sponsoring the series as well as the finale here. Going to be able to crown ourselves as Season 4 champion and coming up just a couple of weeks' time. But if you're looking to get yourself out there, your brand, your company, your logo, whatever it may be, get in touch with Craig Tully and the RBR Maritime Group. Sponsorship opportunities available. Name the race after your company, and you'll be able to see some racing action here on Tuesday. The past couple of weeks here, Mikey, these guys are putting on one heck of a show.
Yeah, it's great here in the off season. You know, it all started. It started many decades ago, but the pandemic really surged the iRacing servers, and great to see so many raw talent out of the Maritimes, Atlantic Canada, from Newfoundland, right across all the provinces here in Atlantic Canada. And, you know, since the start of this all, you know, you got some big drivers from the United States joining these guys, and you know what? These Atlantic Canadians are showing that they got some mad moves, as we're seeing some of that happening down south at the Snowball Derby and Speed Weeks, as well as we get set here on lap 59. Johnny Fitzpatrick is probably going to kill me, but the old guy is showing the young guy some mad skills.
Picking them up, putting them down, and speaking of New Smyrna, very cool to see all the drivers heading on down to Florida. A little bit warmer down there than it is up there in Canada, a little bit warmer than it is in Connecticut here as well. But a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, that's pretty much how we got our start here at Vidane TV. New Smyrna wasn't able to have the World Series down at the track due to COVID restrictions, so they wanted to do it on iRacing, and we hooked up with them as Vidane TV, and we did the World Series of iRacing, and that was a lot of fun. And it's really cool to see 2 years later all the different names that were in that sim race, that competition we had here live on Vidane TV, racing at the track live, on top of all the other names and the friends and family and fans and everybody else that we've met through this sim racing deal here on Vidane TV down at the track. And the good news about that is that means racing season's here. We don't have to wait for the cold much longer. The warm air is going to be coming in. The race cars are going to be hitting the track, and that sweet smell of race fuel going to be filling up our nostrils very, very soon. But before we get to the real track, we got some action here at Southern National, the virtual Southern National. If you couldn't tell, doing some iRacing action here on Vidane TV. The RBR Maritime Group working lap number 65 as caution flag flies once again.
Nasty.
Nasty. A little bit further on back in the pack. Woo! Looks like Rational Richard Drake, a little bit upside down action there.
He's going to have a rash.
Gonna have a rash for the rash. Taking a look at the Laker News number 141.
Asphalt rash.
There's the battle in front of them, side by side between Cassidy and the number 9 of Campbell Delaney. No Fougere right up in there. Doesn't look like there was contact. It looks like the 141 kind of lost it a little bit, then got himself forced on around. Forced up on 2 wheels, sticks the landing, 8 out of 10. How about that? Going to stay on the lead lap, looks like. But going to have himself some virtual damage he's going to have to work on a pit road.
Little hell drivers.
Just a bit.
Two-wheeling, 67 completed here. 6th caution. Pretty wild here at the early parts of this one, as I'm sure we're going to see quite a few as we get close to that 150 mark. But a lot more cautions than we're used to seeing here. Nice, lots of room there, and I'm quite surprised that we're seeing 6 cautions here at the early part.
And you can see the 66 car going to get the wave by, going to get back on the lead lap. Nope, just kidding. Going to get back to 6 laps down, having some troubles in the 66 car. But 24 cars going to be on the lead lap. Last one being Fougere. No Fougere going to hold on to that lead lap spot. And up front, still Fitzpatrick, still Woldridge, 1 and 2.
69 laps. Lights still on. That's going to take us to lap 70 here. Fitzpatrick with the hammer. Woolridge to the outside. Chris Roma, Suggs on the road number 2. Suggs going to be in that outside lane. So he's going to try to see what the 33 has here and see if he can get in front of the 83 and time this one perfect. But very difficult sometimes. Some of these guys are in the virtual world with the headsets on, some with multi-screens, but very difficult sometimes in the virtual world trying to time the launch here. As Fitzpatrick gets set, we've seen one restart already, so see if they were taking notes. Fitzpatrick fires right away and takes control of this one, hops up in front of Tanton Woolridge, takes away that run from the 56. Look at this, Suggs and the 83 side by side. Suggs almost in there, trying to sneak into a P3 here.
Ooh, Roma in the black and yellow car dropping on back. Bill Martin holding on to it as well. Everything gets sorted out there in the top 15 or so, but it looks like back towards the back of the pack might have had ourselves a little bit of an incident. That's going to bring out the 7th caution here of the night. Looks like it might be the 11 car and the 21 car, but we'll back that up one more again to see if we can take a peek at, pardon me, a couple of drivers involved in this one. And I'm going to have to take a look at the blimp view on this. There's lots going on here. Focus in on that 21, the black, blue, and red car. There's Ashton Tucker. Gets a big bump from the 42 of Williams. Couple of drivers, couple of incidents going on. There's the 11 getting into the 141 further on back. Gets into the Ashton Tucker machine again. 66 almost gets a piece of it. There's a lot going on here. A couple of drivers trying to get up towards the front real quick, but gotta get into the top 10 before you can get into the top 5 there, Mikey.
You got to do a lot of things before you get there.
That's 100% accurate.
Bill Martin finding himself in a P12 for right now, 2 spots behind where he started this one. Managed to come up through the pack and had that incident where he went all the way to the tail. Currently 23 cars on the lead lap. A couple of cars down. One as we see Carson Ube. Is that Ube?
No, I've known Carson for a long time. I still don't know how to say his last name.
Uber.
Ube.
Road. New car sharing app.
Roud.
Abi.
There you go. I don't even know what that means.
Ubi. Carson Ube.
But one name easy to remember, easy enough to say. Johnny Fitzpatrick holding on to the lead in that 78 Goodwrench Services car. He's still got the young Tanton Woolridge on his outside. Brett Suggs still up there. Roma's still up there. Murphy's still up there. Other Roma's still up there. Tully Tuffs, Hacker, and Cassidy rounding out the top 10. Lights out on that iRacing Mustang pace car. Gonna go racing one more again. Green flag flies. Johnny Fitzpatrick pulls away in a hurry. Already 2x2 or already single file for the front 3 cars.
Suggs starting on the inside, having a little bit of an easier time on that restart now. As he works on the 56, look for position here side by side as we look back. Conrad Murphy in that machine on the bottom with Chris Roma to the top. Tully and Travis Roma toe to toe, side by side. And look at that, Caden Tuff's going to battle it out with Brian Hacker. Plenty of action here. P5 and back.
Roma Bros High Side Racing open for business. The 38 and the 83 trying to make a little magic happen up on that high side. And you can see able to hold on door to door with the 89 of Conrad Murphy. Pulled away just a little bit in that 90-83 car. Looks like he's going to try and pull up just a little bit, but the bottom side still has those advantages.
I like what Roma was trying to do there. Tried to pinch him down to try to, upset the balance of the 89, but it just did not work as the 89 is a really nice roll into the corners here. Holding on to that position as he continued to battle for that P4 as Roma on the outside looks like he has a little bit of advantage, but Conrad Murphy doing a great job to the bottom here.
Almost doing the exact opposite of what Chris Roma was doing earlier, trying to push him up the track just a little bit, trying to nudge him up there a bit, but he can't open the door too much. He's got Chris Tully right on his back bumper there in the Toco Electric number 5 car, and you can see a little bit of a slip up in the 89. That's going to allow Roma to get down and around, come back down right in front of him. Oh, Chris Roma gets a little sideways. Oh man, that was a
Hacker down pit road.
Almost down pit road.
Nastiness. Yeah. It looked like Hacker was really trying hard to get around, but he had a wall of cars with Tully in front of him. But he's going to get caught up in those stink barrels and turn number 4.
Yeah, he's stuck. He's big
And
stuck.
that stuff stinks.
Yeah, it does, and it's
A lot of people don't know until they actually, since we started talking about it, a couple of people last season told me they went and checked it out, and it is nasty.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Just like this hit here was nasty as well. Take a look at this, focusing on that 11 car of Hacker. And man, oh man, there's the initial contact. Tully gets a little sideways, the 11, the 88. Big bang, boom. Big hard hit for the 11 right into the stink barrels. That's going to be tough to fix as well. Hey, that cone got reset pretty quickly, though.
I think I'm going to start a new trend, stink barrels.
That's a t-shirt in itself.
Don't hit stink barrels. Well, it's like a dirty old bog, right?
Yeah, exactly. Don't drink the water.
I don't know if you call marshes bogs up there, but or down there
or
whatever.
Oh,
in
bogs.
We call it the bog.
I misheard that. Yeah, don't drink those waters either.
The bog water.
Johnny Fitzpatrick still
I don't
up
know if
front.
that's a Newfoundland term, so don't get confused with something else, folks at home. So, but in Newfoundland, the marsh is called the bog.
Yep, we have that down here. And Verdane TV always reminds you to
I
don't
bet you
drink
if we
the water.
bottle that, we'd become millionaires. Bog water.
Yeah, there you go.
Nutrition.
100%. Yeah, nutritional facts. There aren't any.
Yeah. Well, they bottle up this stuff from Fiji. They say it's from Fiji, and they made billions off that. So
Yeah, there's got to be something out there.
all you got to do is get Snoop Dogg to drink it.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to drink it. He just has to say that he drinks it.
Hold it. Bog water.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Super Bowl's behind us. Daytona 500. Speed Weeks at New Smyrna. Tracks in the south. A lot of dirt track racing going on right now in Florida. So plenty of activity. I know Suggs was saying earlier on in the week his season has started. So down south, our friends are starting to roll out into the 2022 season. As we get set here, Fitzpatrick fires right away.
Already single file for the front 3 cars. Roma stuck in the outside once again. Little side-by-side action between he and Conrad Murphy in the 89. We saw that battle earlier on, and that battle will not cease. You can see Conrad has a little bit of an advantage now on the bottom side for that 4th position, trying to make it happen as the 9th caution flag flies here at Southern National.
Look where that Bill Martin has found himself in P7. Don't make it out that I'm a favorite of Bill Martin here, but, the fella won the first 2 races, so keeping an eye on that 39.
Experience definitely showing there for Bill Martin in that 39 car. Just trying to take a look where the caution flag may have come out here. Caution flag at number 9 here on the evening. Caden Tuff's going to give up a position to come down pit road, and just trying to take a peek here. I'm not seeing where that caution flag may have come out. Just drivers pointed in the wrong direction. Everybody seems to be pointed in the right direction. There we go.
Whoa,
How about that?
Oh.
Could be the 27 car. A little tic-tac-toe action. How about it? Taylor Layton getting the wrong side of this one as we look at the U-House Racing Designs instant replay. There's the 27 up on the high side. Actually loses the back end of the race car. Gets a little bit of assistance on the way around from the 67. A little bit of bumper car action as well. So Layton going to have to restart with a little bit of damage there on the back of that race car. And looks like he's going to be back towards the end of the field here on lap number 94. Probably going to get this restart. Lights still on. Lap 96 or so with 54 laps to go.
Yeah, no takers, pretty much on pit road. Not a lot of activity. Johnny Byron was down pit road. He is the highest in the roster here that's been down pit road. He finds himself in a P10. Everybody else not showing any activity. Noel Fougier in P14 was down on lap 72.
Fitzpatrick, Wooldridge, Suggs, Roma, Murphy, the top 5. Roma, Martin, Delaney, Cassidy, Byron, the top 10. Taking a peek here, still have 20 drivers on the lead. Lap 22 drivers still on the field. Caden Tufts, Aaron Hebb down on pit road. Brian Hacker appears to have, nope, he has rejoined the field, so he's back out on track. Derek Gates out of the race, as is Aaron Hebb in that 66 car parked in the garage area. But the lights are off in the My Racing Mustang pace car. We're lined up 2 by 2 all the way through. Fitzpatrick down on the bottom side. Woolridge up on the high side. There goes the pace car. There goes the field. Green flag flies on lap number 98.
I don't know if you noticed that, but Tanton Woolridge kind of snuck down there, give him a little tap to try to upset the balance. And here's the crossover. Woolridge showing some mad skills here from the young gun as the two Island boys get at it here in the front. As Suggs has a full windshield of view of this battle. Roma there in P4 as we also look back. Conrad Murphy and Travis Roma going at it side by side. And there you go. There's the 39, Bill Payne. House of Payne Martin making his way in there. They call him Dr. Noise on the Twitch channels.
And you're taking a look at the 89 car. That Conrad Murphy machine really likes being side by side with a Roma. Now side by side with Travis Roma and the 38 car holding on to that position. Oh, Roma up in the outside wall and Dr. Noise right in behind in that 89 car. Bill Martin has a great view of this. He's going to try and get himself a little bit closer to the front. Caution flag flies. Once again, caution. We got somebody on their hood.
Side on their lid.
Little upside down and handsome for the 42 car.
Let's have a wager on how many cautions are going to be on this one. I'm thinking 16.
It might be that high. But we'll take a look at the U-House Racing Designs instant replay once again, focusing on that 42 car. A red and white machine on the high side by side with Craswell. A little bit wobbly. There's the 67. Just looks like he gets a tap from Woolridge. A couple of cars flipping here. 67 lands the nails the landing. He's able to drive away. The 42 is not. Going to have to call the flatbed and get that thing back down on to the safety of pit road for the 42 machine. So that's a tough break for Williams. Going to be on pit road for a little bit of an extended period here. And
wrecked
with a capital W. Johnny Fitzpatrick still up front. Tanton Woolridge going to be on the outside.
Well, that's going to get us past the 100 marker. 103 completed here of 150. 47 on the board here. Will we see those 6 more cautions? I think quite a few of them are going to be in the final 10 laps here as we get close to the finish here for the NickNack 150 here at Southern National. If you're just tuning in here for race number 3 of the RBR Maritime Series, it's been a wild night. 10 cautions on the board. It's been an Prince Edward Island boy battle. Pretty much the majority of this one. Tanton Woolridge, Johnny Fitzpatrick going back and forth with the lead here tonight.
That's right, the Island Boy in the 56 and the Island Gentleman in the 78.
The Island Boy, yeah.
Trying to make it happen here at Southern National. Lights still on in the iRacing Mustang pace car, but these drivers know 45 laps to go. They've already got them lined up 2 by 2. They want to get green flag racing action back here at Southern National. Third race of the 6-pack challenge here for season number 4 of the RBR Maritime Group. Sponsorship opportunities still available. Reach out to Craig Tully with the RBR Maritime Group to get your brand out there on top. And we started talking about the real racing season here. Mikey already getting text messages. Hey, which Talladega race you coming down to? So, well, it can't be the spring one because that's going to be the same weekend as the Stafford Speedway Spring Sizzler.
We're doing a pilgrimage to Phoenix for the finale.
I got a buddy out in Arizona. Maybe we can make that happen. We can all crash at his house.
No, we're tenting it, man.
Yeah, we can do that too. How about this restart, though? Johnny Fitzpatrick. Whoa, Bill Martin a little bit sideways back there. Holds on to it.
Hey!
Holds on to it again. That car wrecked like 4 times, and we're still green flag. That's
still wrecking. Oh, well, upside down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Flipping on all axes.
I can only imagine what's being said on the Dr. Noise channel right now. And I'd say there's a few F-bombs flying out there now as frustration setting in as he went from all the way from the tail to the mid-pack to the top 10 to this.
And this is a tough break, and that car wrecked a couple of times this lap. Focusing on that 39. There you can see initial contact between he and Cassidy. Cassidy up into the wall. 39 holds on to it. A little bit of drifting action. How about that? Almost holds on to it. Saves it. Campbell Delaney gets on by. Danny Vitch, a little bit sideways for the 39. There's the contact there. Up under the upside down wall, upside down, scraping on the roof. Big bang, boom, bada, bada, bing, bada, boom. I think that 39 car might be done.
You know what? It kind of sucks for him. Looking for a three-peat here tonight. Lots of damage on the 39, but hopefully we'll see him back as he's leading this one for the 6-pack here for the RBR. But that's going to set him back quite a bit here on lap 111. That's going to put him down a couple of laps.
Yeah, tough break for Bill Martin.
Handful of laps.
Yeah, and going to take a little bit of
several
time.
handfuls of laps.
Yeah, already down 3 laps already for the 3-9 team. So still getting that thing towed, still getting that thing worked on. 39 laps to go. Probably get the restart here with 38 to go. We cross the stripe. The lights are still on the pace car, so we'll get it figured out here at some point. But still Johnny Fitzpatrick up front. Brett Suggs is going to be running in second now. Tanton Woldridge back to third. Roma, Murphy, Cassidy, Delaney, Drake. And Byron going to be the top 10. How about Richard Drake moving back up into the top 10 in the 141 Laker News Ride?
Rash could be one to look for. 10 spots since the start of this one. Hard charger here this evening. Campbell Delaney with 14 spots since the start of this one. But this is going to be the first shot for Brett Suggs on the front row to 33. Native from North Carolina. Suggs Marketing and Racing, or whatever he wants to call it. He's going to have a shot at this one. Virtual reality headset on the 33. Will he be able to time it? He's been behind there in row number 2. Taking a peek at the 78. I think pretty much by my notes, the 78 fires right away, but that was a bit of a weird restart there.
Looks like race officials wanted to get some clean racing here for the final 40 or so laps. Single file restart here on lap number 113, and you can see everybody kind of sorts out pretty quick here. Johnny Fitzpatrick still holds on to the lead, but he's got the 33 of Brett Suggs right on his bumper.
I was kind of asleep at the wheel. I thought we were going too wide, but single file as the director is a little bit frustrated with the amount of cautions here this evening. It's a good thing we're counting caution laps, so we would have been here till midnight. 116 completed of 150 here at Southern Nationals. Suggs all over the back bumper to 78 of Johnny Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's been battling with the young gun, the 56, pretty much the majority of this one. Now has a new flavor behind him as Suggs sizing this one up. Now, he's been a gentleman quite a few races over the last couple of months. I've not seen 33 take the win here, so he's going to be looking he's pretty hungry here tonight, Paul.
Yeah, and you can see he's doing his homework right now. He's trying to see where he's faster, on the high side, on the low side. Right now, trying to work the high side, trying to fake out Fitzpatrick just a little bit. You saw the 33 car dive it on down low, and he's trying to dime in the corners just a little bit to see if he can get himself just a little bit of an advantage. That's all he needs. He needs to be able to take advantage of a quarter panel. Going to shoot on down low, shooting into turn number 1, hard on the brakes, though. Tan Woldridge now is there right up to the back bumper of the 33 car.
Well, I can only imagine the 78 is sweating bullets with 30 to go here. Probably got a spotter on him just telling him the 33 is coming to the bottom, trying for the crossover here. Looking to the outside, knows he's got to get the advantage on the roll-in to the inside of the corner here. As the 33 throwing lots of pressure now to the inside corner of the 78. Maybe a little scrub ski, but it's not something that you see a lot from the 33. This guy is one of the most gentleman drivers I have ever witnessed in all of racing. And that says something.
Yes, 100%. Caution flag flies.
I've seen a lot of racing.
Once again, and just looking, I don't see anybody pointing in the wrong direction here, so we'll load up the tapes here for the U-House Racing Designs Instant Replay, and we'll take a look from the old blimp view and see if we can find out what it was that went down here at Southern National to bring out caution flag number 10, I think? 11?
I dropped my beer.
You gotta pick that up. That's going to be the 57, it looks like, pointed in the wrong direction. John Byron having some troubles here at Southern National. Looks like a multi-car incident, but separated out by a couple of cars. There's the 57, focusing on him, the black, white, and green car. And this comes down to the corner. AC Carson down on the bottom side. Unrelated incident with Roma and Cassidy. And then, I don't know, there was like 3 different wrecks that kind of combined to make one wreck there. That was a little bit on the unique side, but the 57 car pointed in the wrong direction, gathers it back up, Stays on the lead lap. John Byron back in the 18th position.
Giddy up. Johnny Fitzpatrick gonna have a bit of pressure. Will the director's gonna go sync file again this time? We'll see. 25 to go here. 12 cautions to prediction here tonight. 16 as we count down those laps.
Action-packed night here at Southern National here. Race number 3 in the 6-pack challenge. 4th season here for the RBR Maritime Group here on Verdane TV. Sponsorship opportunity still available here for some of the remaining laps, and it looks like for the remaining races here in the 6-pack challenge. And race officials let everybody know once again going to be another single file restart. So everybody lined up on that high side, lights off in the iRacing Mustang pace car. And Johnny Fitzpatrick taking it all the way up to the wall. Doesn't want anybody to pass him on the high side. Green flag flies once again. 23 laps to go.
Yeah, it looked like Suggs wanted that restart to the outside, but he's just as happy here as he continues to go back on the attack on the 78. Fitzpatrick with tons of pressure. Hopefully he's not driving with the rear view and trying to throw down the fastest lap he can. As you look at the last lap, there's just about 1/100th of a second between them. You look at their best laps here, there's only 100th of a second separated in their best laps here this evening. So both the 78 and 33 fairly close in speed here tonight. Ken Fitzpatrick, hold on to him. Did he use up a lot of that 78 in the battles early on in this one with Tam Woolridge? 20 to go here, Paul. The 33 succeed with the crossover.
20 laps to go here at Southern National, and it's hard to tell what's going on up at the front too. The 78 able to hold on to that same line, very consistent each and every single lap. Brett Suggs in the 33, one lap he'll be high, one lap he'll be low. The next 2 laps he'll be high. Back and forth all the way around this racetrack. That time he got right up to the back bumper of the 78. I think that Suggs machine is just a little bit quicker, but he needs to find the right opportunity to try and get around that 78 car. But good luck trying to do that when you got the young Tanton Woolridge driver right in behind with the 56 car in third.
Yeah, Roma and Tanton Woolridge are there just in case something happens. And there's a little bit of a scrub ski to the back, the 78. He's going to upset the balance there to 33. Will make the move to the bottom here. Did not wreck him. Just got up enough to just upset that 78. Just enough to drop to the bottom. Here is our new leader, the 33, Brett Suggs. But here comes Tanton Woolridge. Woolridge wants to jump into this dog pile. 16 to go. This is going to be a game changer here as we get close to the 15 mark.
Brett Suggs, after giving a little tap, tap, tap to the 78 car, moves up into the lead. Tanton Woolridge slides into second. He's going to try and bring Chris Roma in that 83 car up into third, and he gets it all sorted out. Fitzpatrick drops from the lead back to that 4th position, and he's got a rear view mirror full of that 89 car of Conrad Murphy. He's dropped back 3 positions. He wants to get up a little bit closer to that front, and he's going to have to try and get around that 78 car for sure.
Might be the end of the 78 here tonight, but if you never know, with a caution coming out, things could change here. But the upset on the 78 really set it back 3 spots here. But Tanton Woolridge was there to attack and to take over as both of them teammates, I believe, on the island. The 56 seen the scrub ski and jumped in there to now work the back of the 33 to try to upset the balance here. Did Suggs throw the move a little bit too early? He's got clean here right now, but both the 56, 33 throwing down pretty consistent lap times. I believe the 56 will be there in those final laps.
10 laps to go. 22 cars still on track. 18 of them still on the lead lap. That means we still have 18 drivers that potentially could win this one, but they're going to have to get around the 33 of Brett Suggs, the 56 of Tanton Woolridge, the Roma brothers, Fitzpatrick, Murphy, Cassidy, Delaney, Duncan, Drake, Roma. All these drivers up in the top 10, a little who's who of sim racing here on the east coast of North America. USA and Canada involved as well, as we're being led by Brett Suggs in that 33 car. New color for him, new car almost every single week, and beautiful pink and white paint scheme for that 33. The owner and chief, I guess you could say, of Brett Suggs Racing and Marketing, absolutely stacked sim racing team, and you can see right now 33 holding on to it, but Tanton Woolridge wants that trophy, wants to try and get around Brett Suggs in that 33 car for the lead, coming out of turn number 4, crossing the stripe, 6 laps to go on the board.
Last couple of laps, Tam Woolridge a little slightly better by 4/100ths of a second. Has the quicker car now between the two. Woolridge trying to set him up here. Will he be able to get to that back bumper and see the same move that we've seen on John Fitzpatrick? The 33 coming up, I'm sure it was not on purpose, but looking like a bit of a small adjustment to the back bumper could be a win or a loss here tonight.
Barney and the flag man giving them the 4 horsemen. 4 laps to go as the caution flag comes out once again. 13th caution flag flies
Caution
here at Southern National.
Getting excited over here.
Not seeing.
Will they line them up though on this one, Paul? This is probably going to be really important. We're going to be in a green white checkered situation. Single file may be difficult, so we'll see what they do here.
Yeah, 100%. Wasn't a huge wreck. Doesn't look like anybody tore up too much, so we're going to forego the instant replay. Maybe talk to one of our race officials here for the night, Brent Roy. I can't even believe I messed up your name there, Brent. But green, white, checkered action here. We lining them up, single file, double file. What are we going to see here on the final restart of the evening?
Oh, we're going to see a single file restart.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, we got to see a single file.
No,
we just,
come on.
I got a bunch of people talking to my ears here, but we just got to get through this and try to conserve the fenders here.
That's what it's all about. We'll let you get back to work. Single file restart here for the green, white, checkered attempt. And the lights are still on the iRacing Mustang pace car. Handful of drivers down on pit road. Going to be a couple of the cars that are at least a lap down or so. Still 18 cars, so on the lead lap there you can see Carson Albin, the 11 car, going to get the free pass. Still going to be multiple laps down. Still going to be 18 cars on the lead lap. And it's still going to be that 33 car of Brett Suggs up front. And with a single file restart with 3 laps to go, a little green, white, checkered action, that's where that's kind of where you want to be in that 33 seat.
It's going to be a tough one here as we get close to a restart here as the light's still on the Mustang. I don't know if I upset Brent Roy there, or hopefully he still loves me, but I was hoping for the side-by-side restart, but let's get it done. Oh, maybe I did change the balance of the power of this one, the ending. Brent Roy making the call, side-by-side racing for the final couple here. Lights are out on the Mustang. We got a show.
This is going to be exciting. Going to cross the stripe and come to popsicle sticks in the air as that iRacing Mustang pace car dips on down to the safety of pit road one more time. There's the jump from the 33 car of Brett Suggs. He's going to clear Tanton Woolridge and shoot on down to turn number 1.
Boy, did he ever jump as soon as that pace car was out of the way. The 33 hammered that one as we get a little tangliness down there as Riley Duncan goes all the way back to the rear of the field. Here it is, white rag, white flag. The 33 controlling this one down the backstretch. 2 more corners. Does Tam Woolridge have anything as they throw it in 3 and 4? Checkered flag coming out for the 33 of Brett Suggs. Finally taking it home as they wreck there. The 78 going all the way back, I believe, on that one. That was a heater as we see the 78 finally crossing. Big, unfortunate night for Johnny Fitzpatrick, who was dominant here, but give it up to the 33 Brett Suggs. Taking one home. Finally, seeing the 33 in victory lane.
Brett Suggs going to burn them on down in that 33 car. The Brett Suggs Racing and Marketing Design, number 33 car, and he's going to back it on down into victory lane there on the front straightaway. There you can see Tanton Woolridge and Conrad Murphy lined up 1, 2, 3. And we're going to get a chance to talk to those top 3 drivers here momentarily on the post-race show. But how about it, Mikey? Another Tuesday night RBR event here in the 6-Pack Challenge, and a new winner here on the evening, and more racing action coming at you.
Great to see, man. I mean, it's always great to see more winners in all these events, but really heats up this 6-pack. And see who's going to take home the championship as we get set here with our top 3. Brett Suggs, man, did he ever get it done here tonight? You know, we've seen him so often in the top 3. You know, starting at the rear of the field, making his way all the way up to the front rows, and but now tonight taking it at home. So there you have it.
Yeah, great racing action all the way through here, and it looks like you may have caught up here on pit road with our second place finisher, the number 56, young Tanton Woolridge.
Hey, Tam, what's going on, brother? You got a copy?
I do have a copy.
Man, oh man, take us through those final laps, or well, let's start from the beginning. Yourself and your island boy Johnny Fitzpatrick battled pretty much most of this one, but exciting run for yourself. Take us through your evening.
Yeah, it was a really, really good night. I always love running with John. Last year we helped each other quite a bit, and I know on the TCM series before I learned how to build my own setups. He was building them for me. So I always love racing with John, and I wish he was in the top three tonight because I know he deserves it and I know he works hard at it. So no, it was a good night. We felt really, really good at the start. We were really smooth, and we kind of pulled on one of the runs, and I was thinking, hey, do we just have speed or are we bringing our stuff up? And I think that it was really just speed because I think I was in a good rhythm and everything. So we weren't quite able to hold on over Brett, but overall a solid night.
Brett near perfect there in those last couple of laps on that restart. But do you think if the caution had come out, you would have had something for the 33 in those final laps before the caution?
I think we had something to make it interesting. I don't think we had anything to get by him. Brett's a phenomenal racer. He always runs clean. I don't think he can really argue with that. At least from what I've seen. So I wasn't gonna try and send anything in too hard. But if he made a mistake, we would have tried. But it's not too often that you see Brett make those.
When John got slid out of that lead, you kind of leaped in there with a leap of faith. Take us through that incident.
Yeah, I saw Brett get underneath him, and I wasn't quite sure kind of what happened. I know they were both racing hard, and they should. I mean, I think it was 40 or 50 to go, and these are big races. There's money on the line too, so I think that both of them kind of had to do what they had to do, and we just kind of benefited from it. So we took the chance when we had to, and it all seemed to kind of pay off at the end.
Well, Tan, you're always pretty fast here in these in the simulator. Looking forward to seeing you in the real racing world this season in 2022. Who do you want to thank here tonight for your P2?
Yeah, I gotta thank all the real world sponsors: McKinney Brothers Service Center, Tim Myers Excavation, Cowie's Equipment Limited, Madison Eyewear, Good Guys Auto Glass, Pino's Fuels. Just trying to name them off. All their high sell storage units, Andy's Tire. Those guys do a bunch, and many of them have committed on board this year, and I'm actually really excited to announce that I think that the count's up to 5 new marketing partners that are going to be coming on board the Legend car next year. So that's really exciting, and I guess I got to thank Brett Suggs, Racing and Marketing, Matt Watson, Gerald Gallant, the Owen Motorsports crew. It's a never ending list, and I'm sure I'm forgetting many.
Enough sponsorship to get yourself to Newfoundland for the 2022 season. Hopefully one day we see you over here on the Rock.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we can do, and we're starting to work out a couple of other things too, and we're trying to kind of put together a schedule a little bit. So, no, hopefully we can get up there soon, and thank you to you guys in RBR for putting on these shows.
Perfect. There you have it. The 56 Tanton Woolridge Young Gun coming out of the Bandos 2022 Legend in the forecast. Going to be an exciting year for the 56. Congratulations from all of us at Bedane TV and RBR.
You guys.
Yeah, I think, Paul, you've caught up with the race winner, Brett Suggs.
That, in fact, I have. Speaking of Brett Suggs Racing and Marketing, King Daddy of Brett Suggs Racing and Marketing, Brett Suggs himself, driver of the number 33 car, coming home in victory lane. First win of the season here, season 4 of the RBR Maritime 6-pack challenge. Brett, congratulations, man. Great run, great race.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Paul. It was a eventful race, but I'm glad we were able to finally put a race together.
Yeah, coming home, another real-life race car driver, race truck driver as well here. Tanton Woolridge finishing second, Brett Suggs finishing first, and kind of a strategy-packed, well, I wouldn't call it packed, definitely some strategy working out here in the NickNacks Performance Parts 150 here at Southern National. Inherited the lead kind of in the second half and were able to hold on to it. What was kind of going in as far as planning into this race?
Yeah, I wanted to, most importantly, get a qualifying lap in because past first 2 races of the season, it's 2 minutes on the clock for qualifying, and I'm usually setting up my stream around then. So I've either not made qualifying or have driven a terrible lap. So my main priority entering tonight was to at least put something solid up on the board, and we were able to do that qualifying, I think, sixth, which put us in a pretty good spot for the heat race, and to be able to jump out and win that thing and get a good starting spot for the future. That was kind of setting us up for a good long run here.
And just taking a look at the finish here on the instant replay, just barely holding on over Tan Woldridge in that number 2 spot, and really able to put together a couple of a string of good races here, and potentially thinking points down the road here. Still three races to go here on this 6-pack challenge here on Tuesday nights for the RBR Maritime Group. How cool would it be to come home with this Season 4 championship?
It would be awesome, Paul. I don't know if you remember last season, we were able to bring home the victory in the championship, actually, Season 3. So we're trying to defend it, and it hasn't started off in our favor with a couple rough races, first 2 races now. But I think this is the momentum we needed to kind of turn this season around and start clicking off some good, consistent finishes up front. That's really what you need. And when you're doing these points race deals, you got to bring it pretty much every race. And it's just trying to get back into that rhythm. Tanton, I think if we would have had a few more laps there at the end of it, he probably would have gotten me, because he might not believe it, but I do make mistakes, and I was getting a little bit nervous there with him putting the pressure just right there in P2. But hats off to him, good racing there. And when we got around John, I mean, John was doing everything he could to try to hang on to the lead, which I respect that. But at the end of the day, I kept peeking a nose, and being inside, and I just was tired of driving over the apron and almost checking up myself and everybody behind me. So I had to keep my nose in there for that final run, and then it worked out, and we were able to get on by past John and have Tanton follow us. So it worked out there in the long run for the BSRM cars.
Making the magic happen up front for sure, and nothing pays better as far as points go than a victory, and that is victory number 1 here on the season. 2-part question: who do you want to thank for the virtual 33 team getting you here to victory lane, and where are we going to see you on the real racetrack? Starting to get a little bit warmer down in the southern parts. We got the new Smyrna World Series of Asphalt Racing going on now, kind of the unofficial start to the real racing season. What's going on for the 33 camp? Where can we see it in the real race truck or car?
Yeah, that's right. So I want to start off by thanking everybody that tunes into the stream. We had a fun race, and they got to see a great battle up front. So shout out everybody at Team 33, as well as BSRM, the Custom Matco, T1S Racing, Lake Norman Power Cleaning, kind of mixing in the IRL and the iRacing sponsors all together. But also Team Associated. Where did I get that from? That's an old sponsor. McConey Setup Shop, just everybody that helps this whole deal out, and Lee for doing up some solid paint schemes each and every time we're on track, and you guys for the killer broadcast, and Craig with the league and everything. And as for the next part of the question, for the real racing side of things, not too sure yet what our plans are going to be. I think I do want to stick with a truck for this season, run a couple races here and there, but I'm going to be pretty tied up with BSRM this season at the racetrack as well. So it'll definitely be on my Facebook at Brett Suggs Racing and Marketing LLC. People can check in on that to know exactly when I'm racing. But as for a set schedule, we do not have anything on the slate just yet.
I'm looking forward to any announcements. We'll be able to check that out on the Facebook page as well. And you always got a headset hanging out here in the Verdane TV booth as well, if you ever wanted to join us up here for a race. I know you do a little bit of announcing work as well.
Yeah, I might have to take you up on that, Paul.
100%. But another victory here in the 33 camp. Brett Suggs,
does that mean I get a day off?
Well, no, not on Tuesdays, because Brett's got to run for a championship.
Congratulations, Brett, man. Sorry for bumping in, man, but always a gentleman, bro.
All good, man. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Wasn't throwing you under the bus on that Johnny Fitzpatrick move either, buddy.
Oh, no, you're good, man. I appreciate it.
The Gentleman Award of 2022 definitely going to Brett Suggs.
100%. It looks like we might have finally been able to catch up with Conrad Murphy. Looks like the Canadian media has finally finished up their questions with him. And Mikey, I believe you've caught up with our third place finisher, Conrad Murphy.
Hey, Murph, what's going on, bro? Great to see you on the top podium.
Just got to get that microphone unmuted. I think that might have been it.
Murph, you got a copy? Gotta get that helmet off.
That's what it is. Can't hear you through the helmet.
You're fired.
Apparently. Conrad, you got a copy, brother?
Oh, you're so fired.
100%. Little technical difficulties here with that third place finish of the 89 car, but a great run for the
You
Black.
interview me, and I'll pretend I'm Conrad.
There you go. Mikey, how do you think Conrad did in the race here tonight?
I think he did a fabulous job, man. This cat, man, that Napa machine, just absolutely incredible. You know, we don't see him in the top 3 quite often. He's had some big runs in some of the other leagues, but great to see him here finally here in the 6-pack RBR on the podium. So, I mean, he had some incidents throughout this race where it kind of slid him all over the place, but to find himself in that P3, I know Johnny Fitzpatrick kind of slid all the way back through that incident and kind of mismatched the whole field, but great run from Conrad Murphy and that Napa machine, and great to see him on the podium here tonight.
Yeah, 100%. We'll try it one more time here. Conrad, you got a copy? No dice.
I'd like to thank Napa Auto Parts.
Napa Auto Parts. They got great car parts. They always got a cooler full of monsters.
I'd like to thank my wife, my beautiful wife.
And everybody else in the field. And, well, I don't know. Race car driver talk. Speaking of 6-pack. Oh, wait. What? We got him? We're blinking.
6-pack of Busch beer.
Conrad, you got us? Never had to do a rain delay for post show.
Well,
we got him.
A bit of comedy relief. Oh, can hear his microphone.
Well, he's got good taste. He's listening to Vidane TV.
Reverb.
It doesn't quite look like we're going to be able to get that taken care of. So we'll have to see if we can hook up before the race with Conrad Murphy next week. I'd also like to
thank Baby Jesus.
100%. But a good run for the 89 car, no doubt, in the Conrad Murphy camp, coming home with a podium finish here. And speaking of RBR 6-packs, Mikey, I'm out of beer. We got to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, it's about that time for a little bit of Busch.
100%. Tune in next Tuesday night. RBR Maritime Group coming back at you for race number 4 in the 6-pack challenge of Season 4. Brett Suggs coming home with the victory. First one of the season, first driver other than Bill Martin to come home with a victory here tonight. And we'll have all the action here next Tuesday night live for the RBR Maritime Group's race number 4 in Season 4. You do not want to miss it. We'll be doing it live. We'll catch you on the flip side. And when we do, we'll be doing it live.
We'll be drinking shots.
Lots of shots.
And Busch.
Shots. Busch.